Girls should dance. Why not dance? Why be so casual about it? The girl in front of us has gone on 59 blind dates in half a year, yet all have failed. Her family thinks she's too picky and advises her to lower her standards, but she insists on her own ideas. The girl's name is Ahuan. She's 29 years old, graduated from a prestigious university, and is currently working as a finance manager at a Japanese company in Shenzhen. As a successful urban professional, Ahuan should be a winner in life. However, as a Fujian native, being at this age without being married and having children has already embarrassed her family, so almost the entire family is involved, urging her to get married every day. Faced with the pressure from her parents, she had no choice but to embark on the uncertain path of blind dating. Ahuan's romantic journey has not been smooth. After graduating from university, her first love chose to go to Japan to develop his career, and the two parted ways from then on. Her second relationship ended due to the friction caused by work pressure and trivial life matters. These experiences may have raised Ahuan's expectations for relationships, and made her more cautious when choosing a partner. She believes she looks good, and has a great job, so there is really no reason for her not to have any suitors. Unexpectedly, she now finds herself in a situation where she can't aim high or settle low, leading to her current awkward predicament. To give her parents an explanation, Ahuan spared no expense in becoming a VIP member of a well-known local matchmaking agency. From then on, she worked during the day, and went on blind dates after work in the evenings. On weekends, she sometimes had 3 or 4 dates in a single day. However, despite going on so many dates, very few left an impression that lasted more than 2 minutes, and the best outcome was just having a meal together. Faced with a variety of blind date partners, Ahuan couldn't help but complain that they were either not good looking, or their manners and conversation didn't match up to her standards. In short, her journey through blind dates was fraught with obstacles at every step. However, during this process, she did meet someone she was interested in. He was in real estate, with substantial assets and rich life experience, which instantly overshadowed Ahuan's presence. When the two of them talked, he was even a bit timid and overly formal. "Can I go up?" In May, he now saw the end of it. 10 equals 10, or 11, meaning when the other party heard that Ahuan had gone on more than 10 blind dates in a month, their attitude noticeably became much colder. Ahuan naturally sensed this subtle change, and found an excuse to leave. Afterward, the matchmaker introduced her to another man. He was a programmer, tall and humorous, and was very proactive with Ahuan. But upon learning that he was a hardcore homebody, Ahuan left immediately. From these few blind dates, you can see the kind of girl Ahuan is. She intentionally shows interest, but the other party doesn't appreciate her advances, and she doesn't fancy them either. In short, she repeatedly returns from her blind dates, unsuccessful. The man who once went on a blind date with Ahuan pointed out the problem directly and accurately.
Because he thinks he's very outstanding and exceptional. I graduated from a prestigious university. I look very, very attractive, but why can't I find that kind of tall, rich, and handsome guy? Is it because everyone wants to find a tall, rich, and handsome guy? There aren't that many of them.
Do those high-level responsible people fancy you? Although Chen Yujun's words are somewhat sharp, they are not without reason. He reveals the gap between ideals and reality, and the possible double standards people have when choosing a partner. After graduating, Chen Yujun came to Shenzhen to work hard. Because he was busy with work, he never found a girlfriend. Now that he's older, he can only come to blind dates. When the two met, their conversation was lukewarm. Ahuan's slow to warm up personality and expressionless demeanor made Chen Yujun feel a bit displeased. In the end, nothing came of it, as neither of them was really interested in the other. From Chen Yujun's perspective, he felt that Ahuan's abilities and knowledge were quite good, but he just didn't feel a spark.
From a man's perspective, it might often be that my wife is more about appearance.
So there was no passionate desire, and Ahuan naturally wouldn't suffer in this regard. Her evaluation of Chen Yujun was also quite average, saying he was a bit loyal, but not handsome. He might be tall, yes, but he doesn't look that great. Ahuan still sticks to her principles. However, after the failed blind date, she returned to her routine life. During a period of illness, she deeply realized the inconveniences of single life, as it was her ex-boyfriend who took her to the hospital. This experience made her more eager to have someone to rely on. Her birthday is in a few days, and she is facing her 30th birthday. Ahuan still felt awkward inside. People keep asking, "You're turning 30, aren't you going to celebrate at your husband's place?" Usually people celebrate their 30th birthday at their husband's home. After the setback from the last blind date, and with her 30th birthday approaching, she was indeed a bit anxious. At this time, she learned that her best friend Ali not only got married, but also already had a little baby, living a happy family life. When she saw Ali's adorable baby, Ahuan couldn't help but feel envious. She even admitted that she used to really dislike children, but in the past year or two, she found them adorable. Seeing that Ahuan was still single, Ali couldn't help but advise her. You're at that age now. You should hurry up. Yes, the more you delay, the more anxious you'll become later on, unless you have an exceptionally good mindset. But after hearing this, Ahuan still stuck to her own viewpoint. She believed that girls should be selective, so why not be? Why settle so easily? Wani. A girl went on 59 blind dates in half a year, yet all ended in failure. In her eyes, she has good qualities. She insists on pursuing a quality marriage, while her already married friends always say she has high standards. Ahuan is not very convinced by this. She says, I don't necessarily need someone very handsome, but at least these 2 points are important. She wants someone she can hold hands with and kiss, and she doesn't think her standards are that high. She never considered herself part of the appearance club, but at the very least, the person should be presentable. Besides that, Ahuan places great importance on a man's inner qualities and financial stability. This insistence has led to quite a few setbacks in the matchmaking market. As the new year approaches, Ahuan, having failed in matchmaking, returns to her hometown single once again. As you can imagine, he didn't have a very comfortable new year, so he hastily returned to work before the holiday ended. On one hand, he couldn't stand the pressure from his family, and on the other hand, a friend introduced him to someone, a boy developing his career in Hong Kong, a few years older than him, but with excellent conditions in all aspects. Ahuan packed her luggage. She traveled all the way to Hong Kong to meet him, but when she returned the next day, her mood was quite low. She didn't feel anything. Huh? Anyway, her goal this year is to get married. I set the same goal last year too. However, even though this blind date didn't succeed, Ahuan didn't lose heart. She always believes that as long as she keeps an open mind, she will eventually meet the right person one day. Ahuan's experience reflects the common dilemma faced by many contemporary urban women. They long to find an ideal partner, but are unwilling to objectively assess their own conditions. Nor do they want to easily compromise their standards, which is why they struggle to find someone they truly like. As Chen Yujun puts it, aiming too high or too low leaves you with nothing. But happiness is defined differently for everyone. If everyone blindly pursues the tall, rich and handsome, or the fair, rich and beautiful, how many such people are there in the world? Perhaps focusing on more essential factors, such as the other person's inner qualities, shared interests, and values, rather than being overly fixated on superficial conditions like appearance and income, is the way to find a suitable partner. What do you think about this?